Hello everyone, my name is Dan and I decided to record a super awesome video for you all today because in this one I will share with you the only supply and demand trading strategy you will ever need. So if that sounds interesting, make sure to stick till the end because trust me, you won't regret it. Alright, so in order for us to be able to apply this supply and demand trading strategy, we need to go over our set of rules. Okay, there's some rules that we have to respect in order to apply this strategy and be profitable with it. Alright, and that's exactly what we are going to go over right now. And after that, I will go over two trade examples, trades that I took with this exact strategy and explain them step by step. I will explain you all my thought process behind them. So that's why you have to make sure to stick till the end. So first things first, I need to mention that not all supply and demand levels are created equal. What do I mean by that? Well, there's so many different ways you can trade supply and demand. And for me, I need to have all these rules here met in order for me to take a supply and demand, a supply or demand trade. Sorry. Okay. And like I said, these are the exact rules I follow in order to determine a valid supply or demand level. Because if a supply or demand is not valid, I am not trading it. All right. So let's get right into the rules. The first one, we need to take a look at the intraday momentum. Is the intraday momentum bullish or bearish? We do that to get the feel of the market in that specific day. All right, because we will use this strategy on the M15. Of course, in my opinion, you can use this strategy on any time frame, but I day trade this strategy on the M15. Right, and that's what we will use today. Right. The second rule is we need to look for a higher time frame. Our higher time frame will be the 4-hour. We need to look for a higher time frame bias or confluence. Okay, that will be our second rule. Then the third rule will be that after we have our higher time frame bias, we want to see a aggressive shift in momentum on our entry time frame, which is the M15, or of course a change of character, pretty much the same exact thing. We then want to see a very impulsive break of structure. By very impulsive, I mean a break of structure that leaves imbalance behind. That for me is a impulsive break of structure. All right, if there's no imbalance, then I am not considering that break of structure. Okay, step number 5, we want to look for a unmitigated supply and demand level. That's pretty much where the momentum kicked in and caused the break of structure and pushed the price higher or lower. That's where we want to mark our supply or demand level. Okay, a unmitigated supply or demand level. It has to have imbalance on it. Like I said, we have to wait for that aggressive break of structure. And by aggressive, once again, I mean we need to see imbalance being left behind on our supply or demand level, which is pretty much the point of origin. Okay. The rule number 6 is that if only one of the 5 mentioned rules isn't met, we won't consider trading that setup anymore. Okay, that's how strict I am with this trading strategy. All right, and the last one would be no FOMO. All right, there will be days where maybe on specific pairs you won't have any setups. If that's the case, just stay on the sidelines and don't FOMO. Okay, there's so many good opportunities out there. There's no point for you to FOMO and try to force anything. All right, so let's get into the trading examples. I will go over 2 trades that I took. These are trades that I sent in my SMC group. Okay, so feel free to join my SMC trading group where I send out the trades. I trade every single day. If you want to do that, it is the first link in the video description. Go ahead and check it out. So we will use the bar replay to see exactly when I said to myself that we might have a supply set up on Euro USD. Okay, so it was the 18th of October. Okay, this was the exact time because this is when I usually open the charts to scout for some day trading setups. And the first thing that I saw is the intraday momentum. Okay, that's the first step. All right, we know that from our rules. The first step, we have to look at the intraday momentum. Is it bullish or bearish? Well, to be fair, for the past days, the price has been pretty bullish. But in that specific day, I saw a pretty nice shift in momentum, okay? Let me tell you exactly why. We can see these impulsive bearish candles that pushed price lower, okay, and broke this low right here pretty aggressively, right? So seeing this, I said to myself, okay, today I see some potential bearish momentum, some potential nice bearish momentum. So knowing that, I was more keen to look for some sell setups instead of buys. Right now, step number 2 is to look for a higher time frame bias or confluence. All right. So we are going to check the 4-hour to see if we have any higher time frame confluence. And okay, so on the 4-hour, if we zoom out, we can see that we are in a massive downtrend. All right, and we could say that price was rejecting from this 4-hour point of interest. Okay, why is this a 4-hour point of interest? Well, very simple. We have rejections here, we have rejections here, we have rejections here, we have rejections here, and then here as well. Okay, so a 4-hour point of interest for me is a level where the market rejected multiple times in the past. And this is exactly where the market was rejecting from. Okay, so this is definitely a good higher time frame bias. All right, so step number 2 is also met. Now, step number 3, after we have our higher time frame bias, we want to see an aggressive shift in momentum, which we exactly have right here. Okay, what do I mean by that? Check this out. We had a liquidity sweep here. Okay, with this push, with this fake push here, we swept liquidity above these highs here, followed by an impulsive break of structure to the downside. Okay, so this is our shift in momentum or change of character. Next up, what was the next rule? We have to wait for an impulsive break of structure. We want to see an impulsive break of structure, and after that, we want to look for an unmitigated supply level in this case. All right, so let's see. Do we have an aggressive break of structure? Yes, we do. Okay, we do have a very aggressive break of structure. And then, do we have an unmitigated supply level? Yes, we do. We do have an unmitigated supply level right here. Okay, so now all the rules were met. All the rules were met, and that's exactly when I sent this trade in my SMC group. Okay, I think this was the sell limit entry. Stop loss was right above it. And then the last take profit was at 1 to 3, which is right here. Okay, and I would also attach a picture on the screen right now to see exactly when I sent this trade in my SMC group. Okay, so now let's quickly play the price with the bar replay to see how this setup played out. Okay, so boom, right here we got triggered, and as we can see, we have a very beautiful sniper entry. Right, very beautiful sniper entry already running in some nice profits, 1.6 R already. So we can now continue and play the price to see how this setup played out. Right, moving nicely, looking very bearish, and boom, the take profits were all smashed. All right, so we can see this was a very beautiful sniper entry based on the strategy we just discussed about. And like I said, this was a trade that I took, okay, because I sent it in the SMC group as well. And of course, I will attach a picture on the screen right now to see exactly when I updated this trade that it smashed all the targets. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly why we took this trade, because it respected all of our rules. Right, so now we are going to go over the second trade example. All right, so this is our second trade example. This one is on GBP/USD, and this one will be a buy limit setup. Okay, so let's quickly discuss why did we took this setup. So once again, let's quickly recap. First step, let's look at the intraday momentum. In this case, I had a bullish feeling. Okay, we can see that price had some nice bullish momentum because this is exactly when I opened this GBP/USD chart. Once again, I will use the bar replay. All right, so first step was completed. I had a bullish feeling based on this momentum here. The second thing I had to do is to check out the higher time frame to see if we have a higher time frame bias. So on the 4-hour, I said to myself that we are kind of rejecting from a 4-hour point of interest. Okay, we had a head and shoulders pattern on the 4-hour. This is the left shoulder, this is the head. right shoulder, okay, we created a point of interest right here, area where the price rejected multiple times, and then we can see that it rejected once again here as well. Okay, so we definitely have a higher time frame confluence as well. Now we wanted to see a shift in momentum, and once again we do have that. Okay, where do we have it? Right here. We have a fake out, we have a fake push towards the downside, okay, right here, below this low and below this low as well, and also below this low. All right, so we have a liquidity sweep followed by a impulsive break of structure to the upside. Okay, so this is the shift in momentum we were looking for. All right, looking very textbook. And after that, we want to ask ourselves, do we have an aggressive break of structure? And yes, in this case we do. We can see we have a lot of imbalance being left behind. All right, price broke structure very aggressively, and now we wanted to look for a unmitigated demand level, which is this one right here, looking very beautifully. All right, looking unmitigated, imbalance on it, aggressive break of structure, every single rule is respected. All right, and this is exactly when I decided to place this trade. All right, I placed the buy limit right on this demand level right here, stop loss right below it, and then the last target was at 3R. Okay, and of course I sent this trade in the SMC group as well, and I will attach a picture on the screen right now to see exactly when this trade was sent. All right, so now that all the rules were met, we just placed the trade, and let's see how this one played out. Okay, let's see. 1 second. I want to adjust this a bit. Okay, I think it was like this, because we always need to include spreads as well, and take profit was probably around here. This is the last one. Okay, perfect. So let's play the price. All right, we even broke this high here, which was another added confluence. And now price is retracing, boom, tapped us in. Beautiful sniper entry, as we can see, beautiful reaction to our demand level. And then the rest was history. Take profits were smashed shortly after. Okay, once again, a very beautiful trade, next to no drawdown. And yeah, it was a very, very beautiful one. Once again, with the exact strategy I presented in this video. Now, of course, don't think that this strategy is a holy grail. You will still lose with it. But if you respect the rules and apply proper risk, in my opinion, you should definitely see some good results. Okay, and yeah, make sure you are subscribed. If you like this type of content, make sure you are subscribed to not miss out on future content like this. And feel free to always let me know in the comment sections if you have any feedbacks, any ideas. Make sure to drop them down below. I always check them out. And yeah, oh, I forgot to mention that I will also attach a picture on the screen right now to see exactly when this trade was updated in the SMC group. And yeah, this was another trade that respected all of our rules, all of the rules we just discussed about. All right, so yeah, that being said, I hope this video was valuable. It really took me some time to script it, so to say, because it's packed with a lot of information. So yeah, please let me know down below if you enjoyed it. Okay, feel free to also share and like it if you found it valuable. And till next time, a very cool ICT trading strategy will pop on the screen. You should definitely go ahead and check it out. And if you like it, make sure to let me know in the comment section of that specific video. All right. And yeah, that being said, I want to wish you all the best, and I will see you all next time. Take care.